Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a window regulator on this 2005 Volkswagen Jetta. And it's the same part and similar process on these Jettas from 2005 to 2010. And the items you'll need for this is a new front window regulator from 1AAuto.com, a T20 Torx Driver, a T25 and T30 Torx bit and ratchet, a flat blade screwdriver, and a pair of pliers. Pry up on the front of the switch panel, and if it doesn't pop up entirely, then just pry from the back. And then it'll pull free and you can just pull that out. And the passenger side is similar, but instead of prying out the switch panel, you want to just pry out on this pull handle. And behind it you'll see these two T30 screws.
You want to slide the inner part of the handle back towards the door and out, and then there's the two T30 screws on the driver's side, and then there are 4 T20 screws, 3 at the bottom and 1 up at the top inside. And we'll fast forward here as I remove all those screws.
Now just pull out on the edge of the door panel. And you want to do this all the way around the outside edge. And once you've released all of those clips, just slide the door panel up and out of the windowsill. And then pull the door panel back. Push out on this clip and then unhook the cable from the door handle. And then push the tabs on either side of this harness for your speaker and just disconnect it. And then push the tab on this harness while lifting up on that purple lever, and the harness will release. And then your door panel's free. Pry off this panel on the side of the door. And any clips that get left behind, pull them out, and then just slide them back into place on the panel. Now using a T20 Torx Driver, you want to just go through this hole right here and loosen up the T20 Torx bolt. And you just want to keep loosening it until it starts to firm up. And once you've loosened that screw, you can just pull out your lock bezel. And then slide your door handle forward. And using a flat blade screwdriver, pry out this clip. And that'll release the door handle cable, and you can just pull your door handle free. Now remove this series of T30 Torx bolts that line the entire door. And we'll fast forward as Mike does that. Now remove this T20 Torx screw right here. And we left one T30 screw on the side of the door just to kind of help hold the panel in place. So we'll just go ahead and remove that the rest of the way. And then just pull out on the panel and it'll pull free. pull out on these red clips on the harnesses, and then push the tabs on the two harnesses connected to your window motor and pull those free. And your window motor is held in with 3 T25 Torx screws. Go ahead and remove those. Now pull the motor free. And now loosen up these 2 T30 Torx bolts on the window clamps. And then slide your window up and out. And your window regulator is held in with a series of T30 Torx bolts. And you want to remove the 4 that are around this plate as well, because that's part of your window regulator. And we'll fast forward as Mike removes all of those bolts. Now lift your window regulator up and out. On the left is the old window regulator. On the right is the new one from 1A Auto. You can see they're identical and they'll fit exactly the same. Lower your new window regulator down into place. And once you get it lined up, just replace those T30 Torx screws and tighten them all up. Now push your motor back into place, and if it doesn't seem to be going all the way back in, you can reach onto the other side and just pull on one of the cables, and that'll turn the crank and the motor will push in. And once it does, just replace those 3 T25 Torx screws and tighten them up. And reconnect your harnesses. Now to replace your door panel, reconnect this harness. Push that purple lever back down. Reconnect your speaker. And then rehook your door handle cable into place. And then slide that back and clip the cable back in. Put your door panel back up into the windowsill and make sure the clips on the edges have lined up, and then hit them back into place. Now we'll fast forward as Mike replaces those 2 T30s and the 4 T20 screws and tightens them up. Now slide this handle back into place and then put your switch panel back down. Now put the vehicle in accessory and just roll your windows all the way down so that you can access those window clamp screws. And then loosen both of those up. And then slide your window back down into place and into those clamps. tighten up the 2 window clamps. Now make sure the 3 tabs on your door handle bracket are into those slots, and you want to take 2 of the slightly longer screws and just have those ready to start. Line up your exterior door panel and just push it into place. Make sure all the holes have lined up and that your door handle holes have lined up. And the bottom lip is going down underneath. And when it's all set, just twist in those 2 slightly longer screws to just kind of hold everything together. Replace this T20 screw and tighten it up. And we'll fast forward as Mike replaces those T30 screws around the outside edge and tightens all of them up. Take your door handle, feed it back into the door, and then take the door handle cable and reclip it to the handle. Make sure you slide the door handle back and into place, and then take your lock bezel and push it in. Tighten up the T20 screw on the side. Then line up the clips on this panel and push the panel back into place.
We hope this video helps you out. Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.